Because if this is an AD top, we have pretty much practically an AD composition. So what fixes that? Annie top lane, you assume, because Jojo loves this Yone. You're not taking that away from him. And so when we came into this saying a reason top's going to be exciting is because we don't have lane tops, never did I think that Mirwin would just slam down Annie R5. And good ulti buttons, I'm going to say, Betty, as KOI run us into the Rift, our match of the week. Your first one back here in spring. What a joy. I love this rivalry that's growing on us. France versus Spain, KOI versus KC.
It's an exciting one.
30 seconds until minions.
Vladdy and Jojo meeting up in the mid lane. Yone versus Sylas is going to be an intense skill matchup. When we think about ultimates for Vladdy to steal, ooh, how much do you know about Sylas's interaction with Annie's passive? I imagine he doesn't get it, so he will throw Tibbers down.
He doesn't get a stun.
Yeah, he shouldn't be able to get a stun, so he can still spawn a scary bear, but it's not going to 5-man stun you potentially. And of course, he does have a Rel ultimate to steal, Yone ultimate, Skarn ultimate. There's still decent options for Vladdy. But this Annie pick, I mean, it adds a lot of great teamfight value to KOI. The flash ulti is going to be, that alone is an incredible feat to take down Caps in a final. But anyway, we find ourselves at the beginning of spring. The expectations have shifted, and the bot side of the map.
Well, Target might be in trouble. Ignite's going to be the return. It's a flash mystic shot aimed down the line. Super's first blood. Police response, so quick Supreme is Jojo in the 1v1. Vladdy under his own turret. Jojo can't step forward. Vladdy's flash is held for now, as Jojo came very close to overshooting the mark.
He certainly did. Action across the map, and hey, we asked for chaos. We're getting it.
Wave resets despite our thoughts. El Yoyo's moving into position with Kana getting it pushed on wave. But look at the size of this wave.
The stun is going to come through. The CC combo is terrifying.
Yeah, what can you do? You're up against the wall in there. You will stay. Kana flashes, but it's met by El Yoyo. The burn's ticking down. Somehow El Yoyo hasn't gotten the kill yet. The rock, though, will seal the deal. And with the minion wave in front of the turret, that is a double whammy.
I mean, KOI are finding advantages in the top side. In the mid lane, doesn't pay off. Then there's an extra camp that you get to clear. And power farming on this Lilia is going to be crucial when it comes to the mid-game, and just the mobility that you're going to have playing around.
Look how cocky Kalista is, though. In front of his turret, he might pay the iron price. I mean, the Ignite ticking over the potion just in case, and thank God he popped it, otherwise he was a dead man. He just didn't even flash.
I'm surprised he got away.
Just snap back. I love that. Again, action keeps pursuing. Vladdy with a sidestep doesn't have to do anything more. The Impale stolen away before an Impale of El Yoyo's own is in the way. Abscond abducted, and El Yoyo's Scorpion Live comes to a crushing end. Yike there to help seal it.
Nice outplay from Vladdy. The support from Yike was clutch. As Targamas now makes his way into mid lane, and KC equalized the kill score 2-2. The gold is dead even, but Yike, crucially, will be first to these grubs, and Mirwin may have something to say about it. Level 6.
Tibbers, what do you do when your childhood bear meets you in the face? Now, you can think about it, you can talk to it, or if you're not a crazy person, you walk away. The situation's a little bit weird. Mirwin holding on and still trying to throw that threat to the ground. There's a smite available for Yike shortly as Kana ulti just thrown out, but he misses. But still enough to threaten off, and because of that, KC going to get 3 grubs.
So Yoyo will come back out onto the map, but that death.
But these champions are older than they are.
I mean, there'll be a fresh spawning of the grubs in 20 seconds. I imagine KC will set their sights on it. I'm keeping my eyes on the minimap. I see Kalist making his way towards the mid lane as KOI going to start off this dragon. I think this should be an easy cross map from KC. They're not really in a position to contest, and I think it would be a difficult one to do so given their positioning on the map.
6 grubs for a Nara inside. Always feels good, while at least Drake stacking starts with a Cloud. And the Hextech coming up next. Kana using this time to just get some turret plating for his own. Pull back some of the gold as he engages on Targamas. A good bop away, sets up a Vladdy to maybe hit him, but in trouble as Targamas. He flashes away, no ulti, Impale stale, but not taken. Asleep is Yike, finds someone behind the wheel as Alvaro is the fate sealed on the back, opens up a Targamas again. Vladdy has to flush away as KC, even up against their own turret, are getting threatened by Jojo. A clean re-engage from KOI to get themselves back in the game. KC won this desperately. El Yoyo fishing for a play himself. Kalista at half HP. He's being chunked out a little bit here on the poke virus. And KC will have mid-prio for the time being. Super gets tagged out, but KC waiting to pull the triggers as Vladdy and Jojo pulling it out. There's a fate sealed onto one target. If Vladdy gets away from this, it's a big big ulti not to have for the fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot used. And
Alvaro! Targaman's behind enemy lines. Elyoya running away, but he's caught something. I didn't know cows could swim. Targaman's still alive with the unbreakable will as the Scorpion's being run into him, but trample out with a long chain line. A trade for now, but Jojo's taken down by Yike. The deer has got spirit, and now a new target. Super and Arrow together, but for Lilia, that's a dream come true. Down for the Quadra, and down for KC's exceptional fight.
Yike is popping off. A fight like this, where it's scattered in multiple skirmishes, allows the mobility of Lilia to just run away with the fight. 6-4.
Same idea.
Oh, Yike though. Oh, it's hunting season for Koi.
It is indeed. I tell you what, Venison might take time, but the gliding away has been good. Not one, but two is three-man again. Carter's just doing it again. His Na always finds the wall, and Yike always finds the kill. Koi will no longer be fishing. I think the rod's broken, as Khan's got a new target, Elyoya, right in front of him, and nothing that this Scorpion can do. Yikes moves into vicinity, and KC are now styling, laughing. Big play, because Koi were finding, stability cross-map and stability with Jojo. But all it took, again, was one singular play. Now for KC, looking to continue pushing mid. You can see Vladdy up in top. Dragon's been up for a while, but Targaman has got something in river. There's a one-man lilting lullaby onto the Scorpion. It's going to set up with Chains of Corruption as well. The damage is disgusting.
I mean, beautiful setup with the CC as well. Keeping Elyoya locked down for as long as possible. They feed another kill over to Yike. Dominating now on the Lilia. Jojo might be in some danger here. Trapped underneath this tower. Super goes for a 1v1.
He does indeed. Kallista's low on mana. How much does it matter here against the Lethality Bar as he kites away? Super gets poked out and another arrow to fly through his blade. He just takes a free kill. Doesn't press anything but his rocket belters. Bloody, now that he's here, wants to go for a little bit more. Meanwhile, going to get tanked up and sent in, and Yike, you can see, is once again looking for another ankle, but the lifting lullaby Fate Sealed is blocked by Bloody getting into melee range. Chain Lash won't connect in part 2, but it's enough to force Koi away. Every single play is going KC's up.
It certainly is. Largely being driven by Yike, but Koi rather are getting a bit desperate. The way in which they try to force these picks.
King.
The fact that they tried their best to get something back and they only got punished for it means that this lead from KC continues to grow. Herald's going to be converted. And the problem is, well, the way you deal with Lilia is quite shredded like paper, thanks to Arakan. Could be a good opportunity for Koi to find a comeback fight.
The annoying thing is, though, with the MRD buff, we need Mirwin to really set it up and spike it down, but they're not going anywhere near. Koi just going to move away, and that's Arakan for free. And GA version as well for KC. Start playing some of these dives. 2,700 between jungle, 1K for top, 1K for Kallist between him and Super. And second dragon for KC, also going to be piled on that welcome bundle.
Oof, I mean, it's a rough one for Koi. I think they made the wise decision. You'll notice their itemization. Second item spikes of 200 gold.
Yeah, but not 300.
True.
And it doesn't go on the scoreboard. Okay? But you know what will? If KC finds something back, Jojo's going to become soul unbound, but Targaman is waiting there with his trample up. He gets in the way of the Fate unsealed, and Jojo has to flash in the end as well. Teleport back, that's Vladdy rejoining with his own Fate Seal.
I mean, KC are not slowing down, are they? They secured the mid-tier 1. They're dropping the Herald in the top lane. They're keeping the pressure up. Vladdy rejoining the group has commandeered Jojo's ultimate. Jojo doing his best to wave clear, but the Herald's going to get another strike as well. And I love this confidence that we're seeing from KC. They know they have the advantage. They know they want to keep the pressure up, leverage this Arakan buff as much as they can. But I think the wind in their sails is dying down. Perhaps I need to stand corrected. They've set their sights on the tier 2 in mid.
Such a strong performance, at least for game 1, as Kana runs in onto Super. Only an arcane shift, but the poke narrowly lands. Sidestep is important and crucial and pretty good. Super walks away, but
beautifully. Yike now level 15. He's the same level as his top laner. Yep. He has 3 items completed. This Lilia is what we in the
misery business talk about. Kallist losing his edge of night, but Elyoya gets nowhere near him. Meanwhile, looting lullaby catches 2 by the toe, and now Alvaro Not going to get bowled over, but Yike steps up to do a little bit more damage as he runs away. The Ignite's going to be enough to tick and send him far as Jojo at half HP with a poke from Kalist. KC, the B comes out. And even Vladdy fighting top turret will go on to Mirwin. I mean, this is a solo kill territory. And he sends out Tibbers, but Tibbers in response. Betty, you're going to get your answer before Vladdy ends up dying. One Tibbers now, two onto the rip. Gets a little bit angry, and Super's going to get the bear. Beware. KOI run to the base, and they have to heal on up as their inhibitor on top as it explodes.
Chunk away the HP bars of both Elyoya and Alvaro. They've gained mid control, and now the rest of KC have arrived. They've pushed out bot lane. They have no options for KOI, or they leave no options rather for KOI to contest this. I mean, it's just clean play from KC across the board.
It's fair to glaze KC right now. They're absolutely styling. And I'm impressed as well that they haven't really lost their pace on the trigger after that early game fight, right down here in River.
I mean, they did push for an inhibitor in top lane, and Vladdy tried to outplay 2v1.
Yes.
Aside from that, I agree with you. It's been a very disciplined performance. They've secured Dragon Soul point. And, ooh, is that a Yone that is out of position?
It is indeed, and Targamas is going to make it so. Nice little trample up. Can they kill the cow? Targamas gets in the way, and Unbreakable Will's going to buy him a bit of time. Even if he dies here, he knows it's going to be an end-up trade, but he's not. Targamas is out of the way, and Kalist takes the kill with that punish as well. Baron is right below.
Should be an easy objective for KC to start off. This will be KOI's really last Hail Mary play. Perhaps Elyoya can get a steal if he can. There are options, but I don't think KC's going to make it very easy for them.
Elyoya pulls something out of the hat. Now, what I tried to say is Targamas flashes forward with the Polarizer. He's got to pull a miracle out, but a lilting lullaby ×3. Super's going to cleanse it away, but Vladdy has an impale to add more CC. Mirwin flashes as well, and although it looks like it's going good for KOI, 1, 2, 3, count with me, everyone at home, that's 4. That's right, you're learning to count all the flashes that KC took out of KOI, running away from this Baron.
The goal difference is just too big. Even though they get the kill onto Targamas, it's not enough to turn the fight in their favor. But Elyoya has not given up yet. The TP comes in from Jojo.
Send in the Hail Mary, what else can you do? But Yike, now without Sonya's maybe a little bit more vulnerable, but the almost level 16. Lilia sits on the Baron and waits for his moment. On to Jojo, the burn is enough with Kalist, poking and ranging. Mirwin lucky to be outside of that enhanced quiver. Blue team has indeed taken Baron. That's 9K, that's Baron, and that's KC looking to put the nail in the coffin at game number 1. Mirwin gets out if only just Targamas had his unit, but not his collision. Vladdy has found Super, and it's not going to end here. That's an electrocution. As Vladdy...
He jungle is in his pool, but I think as an answer into the Skarner, it's a good one. Yeah. Just the fact that you can dance around his range and...
Fresh meat Targamas runs in. I think that's grass-fed, actually. Targamas, he's going to heal all this up, of course, with red buff, and KC are doing something on the other part of the map. Look at the inhibitor turret, rather Nexus turrets from Kana, as he's taken him himself. Inhibitor's going to be exposed. Bot turret is going to come up next, and KOI, the fire just won't go out. It's a 12K gold lead, because structures are falling every 10 seconds. Make it another one, and now KOI on their last defense with an Impale taken out. It's Impale for Impale, a little bit janky that takes Vladdy out in the end, but Targamas is re-engaged. He's going to make sure that Alvaro will drop 2. KC running into the base, 4 members, Baron behind them. KOI have got 4, but it ain't the same. The ambulance is definitely called for the right team, as Jojo's poked out. Kana's ulti is brilliant, and yet again, KC are filling us with hope. The region is looking at this team in the same vein, and in game 1 against that mighty fish, they've got a spear in hand.